Mhm. Just reading about these temples, yes. These, however, were immeasurably surpassed in magnificence, yes, by the royal porch of the Stoa Basilica, which overhung the southern wall. It consisted of a nave and two aisles. Oh, and toward the temple being open and toward the country close by a wall. The breadth of the center aisle was 95 feet of the side aisles, 30 from the center. Yeah. Now, its section was thus something in excess of the York Cathedral. Yes. Our largest Gothic cathedrals. Oh, you know, for all the water drilling that goes on, yes, and all the wells. Yep. It could be that when you consider HHO gas, I have a new kind of drill bit. Yes. It melts dirt. Now, what I do is, because electricity is used to produce HHO gas, yes, instead of using it as a welder, because it is useful as a welder, but it takes a lot of electricity, I can put it at the tip of a well drilling device, and I combine it with water, and it melts the dirt into the water, and I suction the water out that happens to have the melted dirt in it. Now I can go down miles. Pooh! All it is a kind of hose system that you just keep putting it in the wall, and it keeps melting it and melting. See, dirt and rock will melt at approximately 2,000 degrees. Yeah, but let's say you put a well in one of these wells in any nation in the world really, and next to the well you decided to put a pump. Yes, then instead of just pumping the water, yes, it pumped the water into a water tank. Yeah. Now it'd be something to have a well out there in the country, yeah, where it pumped all the well water into a storage tank that was 10 stories tall so that the well water could be used, yes, to pressurize the water system of a county or a city. Yeah. Now, a lot of these places in the Middle East, yes, kind of hot over there, isn't it? Yeah. For every well that you have, how many of them could use a water storage tank? Yes. That could be immeasurably bigger than the actual water needs of the community around it. Yeah. So that it adds to the pressurization. I know you say it's a bad idea, but these cathedrals, yes. The Catholics, whew, these large places of worship, the Ukrainian Orthodox Church, yes. How about over there at the Coptic Church in Egypt? Do you have running water in your church in Egypt where you could find a little place to put one of these storage tanks up? Yes, yes, yes. And instead of just pumping it into the water supply, you pumped it into a storage tank that then released it so that the pressurization of gravity would cause a flow to pressurize the community around the church. Now I might talk to a few denominations about this. Yes, Coptic. It's I know in Egypt the water supply is good. When I looked at northern Africa, yes, I was wanting to put that big water hose in there across the Sahara because I like deserts. Yes. But for every Ethiopia, the Orthodoxy, you know, let's say I called Ethiopia. Yeah. It's Paul. Would you like to buy some of my storage tanks? Now, I'm giving you a really good deal today. Okay. As I mentioned yesterday, I was selling to the Army Corps of Engineers. Yes, I thought it was a good deal. Yeah. $1 a foot, a foot thick. Yes, 40 feet long, 15 feet tall. Yes. They said, no, we can't use it because you can't get over the wall. Animals can't get over the wall. A lot of farmers said, well, we could just set it aside and we have different entrances in and out of our farms. They said, nope, it doesn't look good. I thought, oh, we're having flooding problems in the United States. Well, we were talking this morning about making them 10 feet tall and putting 4 feet underneath the ground and 6 feet above ground. Yes, yes, it was. Now, for all the churches that want to celebrate Christianity, if I looked at the well, yes, that is supplying the water supply of these large cathedrals, basilicas, these large churches that Christianity has had built, yes, what is the actual pressurization of your individual church? Now, I'm not one of these to negotiate with the Pope. The Pope understands that. Quite often, when I say, "Well, I'd like to borrow these books," yes, he says, "Go ahead." And quite often, when I say, "Well, in South America, you're going to buy some of these," I'm one of these that spends the money of Christianity, whether or not the Pope wants to have it spent. Well, no, well, I could get the total amount of donations to your individual denomination. I gotta fucking tell you.